Now here's the key. Value does not equal money. You haven't got to put the cheapest bid in for a project. You haven't got to be the cheapest guy on the block. You haven't got to come up with the best dollar value to get the gig away. If you have the other transactional drivers going on in the relationship with your clients, if you're giving them quality, service, relationship, and ease of transaction, you will give them the perception of value. This is why you're all the same, because your clients are seeking exactly the same thing everywhere in the world. And we've worked with 300 brands, 16 different countries. I don't care what religion, what culture, what language you're talking. It's exactly the same. Here's a really brief example I'll give you, just to try and demonstrate my point. About 2006, I was hosting a television show in Australia. It was a Sunday morning business show about small business. And because it was a Sunday morning, I could dress quite casually, but I wanted to look a bit funky. Now, I'm not a very good shopper. Most of you guys in the room are exactly the same, I'm sure. So I found a girl in Brisbane who had this shop who only made 6 shirts in 6 different sizes every month and then bought in 6 more shirts. So you were guaranteed to have a shirt that wasn't going to look like everybody else's. So I walked into this girl and I said, look, I need to get some shirts. I'm doing this thing. She said, no problem. So she measured me up, found a few designs. Anyway, sold me a couple of shirts. I thought, that's good enough. No worries. Walk out the door, expecting never to hear from her again. A couple of days later, hey, Troy, we've got some new designs coming in next week. Would you like me to send you some samples? I said, yes, Sarah, that'd be great. So she emails the samples. A few days later, would you like me to make up some shirts for you in those samples? Did you like the designs? Yes, I did. No problem. A few days later, those shirts are ready for you, Troy. Would you like to come and get them, or can I courier them to you if it's easier? I said, no problem, Sarah. I'm actually driving past your store today. I can pick them up then. I would drive past her store. She would race out of the store, open the passenger side door of my car, throw my shirts in, close the door. I would drive off. She'd charge my credit card. This is the perfect boy way to shop. Perfect. Yeah, you're right, guys. You get that? I see no reason of going in and out of retail stores all day. Why would you get dressed and undressed, dressed and undressed, dressed and undressed if there's not showering or sex involved? There's no value. So here's my point. Sarah, good value because great service, great quality product. She knew what I liked and what I didn't like, what worked for me. She made it really easy for me. How much are those shirts? $250 each.